Lecture Hall 200. First Class. Intro to Programming. Aarav arrived 20 minutes early. He chose a seat in the exact middle of the room. Not too eager, not too invisible, a decision he researched last night for 45 minutes. A student at the front just ran his little program, and it worked. The screen glowed. People clapped, a short, happy burst. Professor Walker looks around the room. Thoughts? Anyone? And Aarav, who has been waiting his whole life for a question he can answer, raises his hand and says, clearly and proudly, "It is very good." The room goes quiet. Just for a second. Somewhere in the back, someone laughs into their sleeve. The sentence was correct. The grammar was perfect. And it landed like a teacher grading homework. Because in America, nobody your age says very good. Welcome back to Think in English with 1,000 chunks. One story, one situation, 5 chunks of real English. This is Aarav, first week in California, and today he learns how people actually give compliments. 5 chunks. Let's go. Class ends. Laptops close like 100 small doors. The guy in the next seat has been half smiling since the very good moment. Red hair, freckles, a green flannel shirt, stickers all over his laptop. "Hey, I'm Ben." "That thing you said, it wasn't wrong, you know." "It was very wrong," Aarav says. "I heard the room." Ben laughs. "Okay, it sounded like a teacher from 1985, grading a spelling test. So what do you say when something is good and you want to say so?" Ben points back at the front of the hall, where the demo happened. That was awesome. So you say, "That's awesome. That's awesome." Listen to the energy in it. A compliment here is not a grade. It is a gift. You hand someone a little box of enthusiasm. "That's awesome. Dude, that's awesome." And you do not need to mean it 100%. That is the strange part. Americans give this gift generously, the way his aunties in Mumbai hand out sweets. Nobody counts. Everybody smiles. "Very good measures. That's awesome," celebrates. Same meaning on paper. Completely different temperature. Aarav thinks about his teachers back in Mumbai. The red pen, the neat little "very good" in the margin of his homework. He loved that red pen. But Ben is right. That pen belongs to a desk, not to a friendship. He takes out his phone and types, "That's awesome" equals "very good, but alive." Ben looks over his shoulder. "You take notes on how to be a person. That's..." He pauses. "Honestly, that's kind of awesome." Break time. The hallway outside the lecture hall fills with backpacks and energy drinks. A student opens her laptop on the windowsill and shows a few people a website she built over the summer. Small crowd. Nods. Ben leans in, looks for 3 seconds and says, "Oh, that's cool." And Aarav is confused again. 10 minutes ago, a tiny program was awesome. Now a whole website is only cool? Here is the scale, and nobody will ever teach it to you in school. "That's cool" is the everyday compliment. Light, friendly, it keeps the conversation moving. "That's awesome" is bigger. You spend it on things that actually impress you. A sticker on a laptop? That's cool. Your friend passed a hard exam? That's awesome. Use awesome for everything, and it becomes small change. Use cool for everything, and you sound bored. The skill is not the words. The skill is the amount. Aarav spends the rest of the break just listening. "That's cool," someone says about a phone case. "That's cool" about a schedule with no morning classes. "That's cool" about a dog outside the window. The word is everywhere, small and warm, like loose change. Aarav tries it out loud, quietly, like tasting something new. "That's cool. That's cool." The girl with the website looks up. "Thanks." He didn't even mean to say it to her. But it worked. It just worked. That is what chunks do. They work even before you fully understand them. Back inside, second half of the class. Professor Walker puts a question on the projector and lets the room argue. A student near the front, short black hair, yellow sweater, raises her hand. But if we write it that way, it breaks when the list is empty. Walker nods slowly. Good point. Good point. 2 small words, and notice what they are for. Not for things, not for programs or websites, for ideas. When someone says something smart, something you had not thought of, you do not say, "That's awesome." You say, "Good point." It means, your thinking just improved the room. You will hear it in classrooms, in meetings, in arguments between friends about where to eat. Good point. Fair point. That's a good point, actually. And notice what it does to the room. The girl in the yellow sweater sits a little taller. The argument gets better. 2 words, and thinking suddenly feels welcome here. Aarav writes that down too, in the margin. Compliments make rooms braver. 20 minutes later, while they pack their bags, Ben says the cafeteria pizza is safer on Mondays because Monday pizza is fresh pizza, and everything after Monday is just Monday pizza reheated. Aarav considers this seriously. It is, honestly, excellent reasoning. Good point, he says. It comes out without translation, without effort. His 3rd chunk of the day, and this one he did not even have to practice. Ben nods, satisfied, like a man whose pizza theory has finally been recognized by science. Last part of class, the first small lab. 10 minutes, 1 tiny exercise, just to see who survives. The room fills with the sound of typing and quiet panic. Somewhere behind him, someone whispers that they chose the wrong major. Someone else is typing with 2 fingers and pure hope. Aarav finishes his own exercise, slowly, carefully. Then he watches Ben run his code. Every test turns green on the first try. All of them. First try. Ben leans back with both hands behind his head, the international sign of victory. And Aarav reaches for the words. Very good. Dead. That's awesome. Close, but this was not luck. This was precision. Then he remembers something Ben said earlier, talking about a boss level in some game. Nailed it. You nailed it, Aarav says. You nailed it. Like a nail, hit perfectly. 1 strike, straight in. You say it when someone did a specific thing and did it exactly right. A test, a presentation, a parking job. You nailed it. You totally nailed that. Ben turns, and for the first time today, he looks impressed. Okay, now you're speaking English. Not textbook English. English. Late afternoon. The quad glows gold, the way California afternoons apparently just do, for free, every day. Marcus is there with his skateboard, trying the same trick over and over. He has been failing it for a month, he says. Today, in front of exactly nobody important, he lands it. Clean, smooth, perfect. He looks around to see if anyone saw. One person saw. A month of falling, Marcus told him last night. A month of the same 3 seconds, over and over, and the board sliding away like it had somewhere better to be. And now it is done, and the only witness is a computer science student holding a chai. Way to go, man, Aarav calls out. Way to go. The cheer, the pat on the back, from across the street. You say it when someone finally did the thing they were trying to do. Passed the driving test, got the job, landed the trick. Marcus rolls over, stops the board with 1 foot, and stares at him. 3 days ago, you shook my hand and said, "It is very nice to meet you, Marcus." Now you're out here saying, "Way to go?" He grins. Man learns fast. This morning, Aarav silenced a room with 2 words from a textbook. This afternoon, he made a friend across a courtyard with 3 words from real life. Same student, different language. On the walk back to the dorm, the sprinklers come on across the lawn, and the light goes through the water, and for a moment, the whole quad is full of small rainbows. That's cool, Aarav thinks. And then, because it is his first week and everything still shines, no, that's awesome. That night, page 3 of the notebook, Real English. 5 new chunks. For each one, when to use it and how it sounds. Listen and repeat in your head. 1. That's awesome. The big compliment. Real enthusiasm. Real impressive things. You passed? That's awesome. 2. That's cool. The everyday compliment. Light and friendly. Nice sticker. That's cool. 3. Good point. For ideas, not things. When someone says something smart. Good point. I had not thought of that. 4. You nailed it. For a specific thing done exactly right. Your presentation, you nailed it. 5. Way to go. The cheer when someone finally succeeds. You got the job? Way to go. 5 chunks. 1 first day of class. Yours now. Today, Aarav graded a classroom like a teacher from 1985 and ended the day cheering like a local. Next time, the cafeteria, a bad day, and the 2 words everyone says when things are not fine at all. I'm fine. If that is your answer to every how's it going, episode 4 is for you. Now open the comments, pick your favorite chunk from today, and write 1 sentence with it. Your sentence, your English. I read every single one. Subscribe so you don't lose Aarav on his way to 1,000. See you in episode 4. And remember, stop saying very good. You know 5 better ways now.